Our bodies tell the truth, and we have to listen. Our bodies tell the truth about the secrets we keep from ourselves. Let's say it again. Hit it below if you feel it. Hit it below if you feel it. If you feel this, hit it below. Send me a message. Hello, hello, worthy women. We are here. We are back. And it's 2023. Yes, it is. What a glory it is. Yes, to be here with you, sharing space, sharing breath. Worthy woman, thank you so much. I am so grateful to you for all that you are doing for yourself. Yes, you are showing up. You've been showing up all your life. And here's a brand new year for you to receive, for you to design. Because that's what we do. Yes, worthy, bold women. That's what we do. We are here to claim all our blessings. Yes! 2023 is going to be what you need it, what you believe it, what you feel it, and what you bring to this year. Because you got it, worthy woman. Yeah. It's just nothing but a nothing. Say it again. It's nothing but a nothing. We do this. We show up and we decide. We choose to be the woman we need. We choose to be our dream woman, our dream life. We choose to elevate. We choose not to be victims, but to be victorious warriors, because that's what we are. Worthy woman. Welcome. Worthy. All right, my loves. Today, you know what I do. I'm your healing coach, Wen. I help women just like you. Women just like you become the love of their lives by reducing stress, burnout, anxiety, all wounds from the past, so that you can come up in here and accomplish all your secret desires. Because that's what you do. You are worthy, born worthy. Today, this podcast episode, we're talking about how to stop worrying about the future. Again, how to stop worrying about the future. It's a normal human condition. Normal human condition that comes from since we were back in the caveman times, honey. We're in survival mode, it always seems. So we always have to prepare. We have to get all these things ready, because all we have known, maybe in our past, is something goes wrong. This is going to break down. The car's not going to work. I'm going to run out of money. All these negative things that always could go wrong. We forecast and we plan and predict that the house going to burn down. So that's what we move and believe and think and feel in our bodies. Just like my client did. I want to walk you through this experience that she had and how I was able to help her to stop worrying about the future. My client is a beautiful woman. 33, something like that. 30-something years old. Has her own business. Kids. She was brought up in a household, mother, father, but dirt poor, honey, stretching every dime to make it work for her and her family. That's what her mother did, her father did. So she grew up always living day to day, paycheck to paycheck. That's what she lived in her family. So her mom, she saw, would always, not necessarily hoard, but she'd buy in bulk. You buy a whole stack from Costco. There were no Costco back in the day. But she got stuff from Costco, and where she lived, she's not American. She got stuff from overseas, and she would always have, her mom would always secure them and nitpick. This for today, that for next week, that for next month. You get it. So she was always living in a space of not sure that she'll have enough resources, enough food to feed her family. And she owned that. She saw that. And she became that person. Live as if tomorrow is not going to come. So plan for the worst. Expect the worst. That's what my client did. She became what she saw in her household. So that spills over into her life. Yes, spill over into her life now. 33, she's married, she has kids. And oh, the kids are going to school. She can't stop worrying. Something with her husband has to travel. She can't stop worrying. Something with her job and her boss needs this report planning for next year, but she has to make sure everything's coordinated because it's a conference and all this stuff. So she has to create a report, create the model, create all the budget. Stress from work. Stress, stress, stress. And according to her, something will always go wrong. So, my loves, even before the conference, even before her child goes to university, even before her husband takes a flight, in her mind, she went through a whole laundry list of all the things that couldn't go wrong because that's what she knew. That was her way of doing what? My client was not even aware that in her state of predicting the future doomsday, it somehow made her feel as if, well, she had some say, some sense of control for the future, even it was doomsday land, because she thought it in her mind. And so because she thought about it and she thought she was predicting it, she was in control of the outcome, even though it was negative. So what did my client do? She brought all this stress. It's survival mode, my love. Stress and worry and anxiety, can't sleep, not eating right. She's not doing her workout like she normally does and hanging out with her son and her daughter and doing all the things because she keeps worrying and worrying and worrying. She's losing weight because of all the stress that is compounding now because she's 33 and a lot of things were happening all at once for her. One of her kids were going to go to university. Her husband was going to take the flight. The thing next year for her job was coming. So now she was feeling it in her body every time she thought about, oh, it's never going to happen. It's never going to work out. Everything's going to go wrong. In her body, she felt a stabbing in her gut, almost like she was getting cramps. That's how she described it. Cramps in her stomach. The thought alone of all these doomsday worst case scenarios gave her that feeling in her stomach. She was not eating. She was losing weight, not sleeping right. She didn't even want to have sex with her husband. No intimacy. So all of that doomsday, the worrying, was affecting her day-to-day life. Even her husband said, honey, your personality's changed. Where's my wife? Where did she go? This is what happens, my love. My client was modeling, doing what she saw in her house, her mother did, predicting the future of her life with her family and her husband and her 2 children based on what she used to see her parents do, her mother did. Because fear, the certainty of that doomsday happening was all she knew. That's what she saw. Nobody was thinking about, oh, it's going to be fine. Everything is going to work out right. She did not have that positive. She did not have that freedom of thought. She did not have that sense of let it go and let it be. And maybe even you create what you need. She did not have that, my love. So that's what she did. The safety of fear, the familiar experience of fear, of anxiety, of stress was comfortable because that's what she knew. That's what she knew. It's an automatic response for her. She didn't even realize the impact on her life until her husband called it out for her and said, baby, you changed. What's happening now? What's going on? And then she realized worrying about the future was her way of coping. Worrying about the future was her way of believing that all she could ever do was stay poor, stay without having enough food for her family, stay thinking all the bad things. She was not even opening up her mind to the possibility that she was already creating her own future, not emulating, not repeating what her mother did. She had already done, she put herself through university. She had 2 kids doing well, one on the way to university. She had her own house. She had her own husband. She had already created a life that was so beautiful and rich and fulfilling, but she couldn't see it because her thoughts about herself and where she was in her life was not about the present. It was about the past that she used to live and saw growing up. And so she brought the present in. So she brought the past into her present and was living in the past, in the present, because her thoughts were stuck back in the day when she was 10-year-old, 15-year-old, back in the day. You get it, my loves? So what we do is, the moment the light bulb went off for her and her husband spoke to her about how much she changed and he didn't recognize his wife, she sought relief. She sought relief. She got the self-help books. She spoke to her sister. She spoke to her brother. She spoke to her friends about what she could do. She saw a therapist. She went back to her hiking and all the stuff she was doing before whenever she felt worrying about the future, watering her plants and playing with her dog and all these things. And she went back to the gym and she was, slowly doing her weight training and, what do you call this thing? Exercising and toning, but none of that was working. None of that was working to help her stop the worrying, the yappa, yappa, yap. All she had in her mind was the things, the thoughts saying, this is going to happen, it's going to be bad. That's going to happen, it's going to fail. Your husband, he shouldn't go on the plane because this is going to happen. All these negative thoughts, all these talking in her head, yapping, yapping. She couldn't even sleep properly at night. She couldn't even sleep. The clammy sweats that she was feeling at night were distracting and disturbing her life. My loves, the short fixes weren't working. She tried breathing, deep breathing from her yoga exercise. She tried the deep breathing practices. Then her yoga teacher told her about a therapist who was doing breath work. That's a deep breathing, connective work. She tried it as well. It didn't work. All these short fixes, the self-help books, the yoga, the training, the walking the dog, the nature walks, the hiking, all this stuff, none of that worked. Why? Because my client was the same person with the same thoughts, with the same beliefs from back in the day that she brought into the future. Momentarily, these things help in the moment. For half an hour, maybe an hour, then she's back to the same person because the root, the real crux of her issues were the yappa tappa tap 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 tappa tap in her mind that said, you are not going to be successful. Your husband is not going to do, your child is not going to. How did she stop worrying about the future? I helped my client. She found me. I helped my client. First thing that she had to do and realize, and I was so grateful to help her because I have been there and many of my other clients have been there. It's human nature for us to worry about the future. It's human nature for us to worry about the future. It's human nature for us to try all these things that we see other people doing because that's what you do. Yes? Our bodies tell the truth and we have to listen. Our bodies tell the truth about the secrets we keep from ourselves. Let's say it again. Hit it below if you feel it. Hit it below if you feel it. If you feel this, hit it below. Send me a message. If you feel what I'm saying, if it touches your spirit, our bodies tell the truth about the secrets we keep. Our bodies tell the truth about the secrets we keep. If this touched your spirit, drop it in the comments. So her body was telling her all the things, and none of the yoga, none of all the self-help books and the walking in nature and the plants and the photography and the swimming and all the stuff. She was an active woman. None of that was helping to relieve the worry in her mind. She found me and I was grateful to help her because I have personally been there and many of my clients have been there. Many of my clients have even experienced panic attacks because they worry so much about the future. My loves, it's a new year, 2023. You can control your future. You can create the future for yourself. For yourself, my client. My client was blaming herself and beating up herself for not getting over this getting over, you know what people say, get over it, just get over it. Can't you get over it? She couldn't stop beating up herself for not being able to stop worrying. Hardest thing for her to do. Hardest thing for her to do. To stop beating up herself for not being able to stop worrying. So she's judging herself. She's not a good mother now because she keeps worrying about this and she keeps forgetting to do that for her child. She keeps worrying and worrying. My love, I helped my client. First thing, forgive yourself. How do you forgive yourself? First thing, you accept that the fixes you tried didn't work. And you know what you also do? You gently say to yourself, good for you. You actually realized there was something that you wanted to take care of. Something was hurting you, and you had the courage. You had the courage to seek relief. So gently understand and receive that. Receive that grace inside your soul because you did that. You had the strength to try something. That was the first step. You get it, my love? We have to gently and tenderly see and appreciate and understand why the fixes seemed to work. Even though they were short term, don't continue the victim personality of blaming and shaming and beating up yourself and continuing the negative talk that you're trying to run away from. You're going to keep giving yourself. No. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. First thing, I helped my client with that. She received it and she did some practices and some techniques that I helped her connect her body and her mind and move into that space of grace into her heart. She did that. Bravo. Because a lot of us, my loves, let's tell the truth. I don't know where it came from. Maybe it's a human condition. We automatically create this space of unlovingness, I call it, in our minds. Unloving thoughts, unloving actions, like my client was doing all these things, beating up herself. We are not here for that. It's a new year. Yes, new beginnings. My love, if you feel it, if you touch your spirit, put it in a comment below. I feel it. Put it in the comment below. I feel it. I'm your healing coach, Wen. Always and forever, I'm here to help you walk out your missions and callings and longings by reducing stress and burn out, clearing out the way for old thoughts to fly. Because we're here to live a whole full life. Because we deserve it. Step number 2, how to stop worrying about the future. The mind-body techniques that I developed, the throat exercises, the movement and the belief and the thoughts and the feelings that we connected and we transformed together from the victim feelings and emotions, from the victim thoughts, habits, and practices she did every day. From the way she walked, talked, spoke, and believed about herself, we transformed that with my mind-body healing method, my signature method that I teach in my one-on-one program. My client changed her whole personality. She did the work. She showed up and took action, did her homework. She realized that she actually controls what she needs to show up in her life. Let's say it again. She realized and she accepted and she received and she believed that she controlled what showed up in her life, what showed up in her mind, and what showed up in her body. So what happened to her? You remember I told you my client was getting that cramps in her stomach, everything. Every time she kept worrying about the future, she couldn't eat, all that stuff. We pulled out with gentle movement in my mind-body connective method, and we pulled them out. We gave those negative victim blaming, worried about the future, we gave them love. Yes, we did. We did, we did, we did. Oh, we did. I was so proud of my client. It's not easy, my loves. It's not easy. It's proper work. You have to be ready to commit. I hope you can hear me. This is my, what can I tell you? Yes, my love, we did the work. I was so proud of her. She's so brave. So brave. And yes, my loves, I was so proud of my client. She's so brave. Let me tell you, if you are willing and ready to claim your full life that you deserve, if you believe you can control that, you will take action. You will take action. Here's why. Here's why. All the short-term fixes that you try, that I have personally tried, because we're human. We don't know what we don't know till we don't know we know it. Yes? You know what I'm talking about. Put in the comments below. If you feel it, put it in the comments below. We don't know what we don't know till we know that we don't know it. All the short-term fixes that she tried were exactly that. Short-term. They could not, and they could never help her shift and move into a space that she could stop worrying, because she was dealing with what? Inside the fear, inside the worrying is the space from which she started to try to heal and fix herself. Inside the shame, inside the self-belittlement was her place that she started to try to heal. My loves, if you are starting to heal yourself, if you are working to end the stress, but all you can think about is the stress. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. But let me try to go heal. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not a good wife. I can't please my husband, but let me go try to heal. I'm not sure I can heal, but let me go try to heal. If you're starting from that place, there's an imbalance, because you're thinking you want to heal, but you're feeling you cannot heal. So what happens is, you got it. In my body, mind, connective movement practices and techniques, you will pull out, you will walk out, you will move out that feeling of hopelessness, helpless, all that negative energy. We shift together. We shift together. I don't have my kunga here. I don't have my dejumbi here, but we move them together with my collective mind-body technique, because what you feel in your body is the secrets that you hide from yourself, that you've got to set free and transform into becoming the love that you need for yourself, because that's ultimately what we do in my practice. This is no yappity yap talk therapy. I am not here for that. I'm not here for that. I get it. I respect it, but that's not what I do. We use our bodies, we use our minds, we use movement, we use thoughts, beliefs, and power, divine power that you have to shift and change and become and create the life you need. We settle into discomfort of not knowing where we will go, but believing that the pain that we have been in, we're ready to let go. That the shame that we've been in, the stress in our body, the hives in our skin, we're ready to let go. We're familiar with it. We've been there. We've done that. And getting uncomfortable is uncomfortable, because this is something you do not know. If you have always lived in fear and shame and regret and stress eating pizza, crying in her pizza, if that was your source of love, of feeling a hug, and all of a sudden you have to create that love, create that space in your heart that says, baby, you are fully beautiful as you are. That takes pure divine love. That's what's tough. That's what's a challenge. That's what deserves our focused time and energy. Turning that attention from all that we have known and felt comfortable and safe in, worrying about the future, trying to control and predict the future, we just say, I will create the future that I need. And that's what she did. My client's fantastic now. She still does the practices that I taught her and shared with her in my coaching program. And she's living the life. She's not worrying about the future. She has accepted that she controls what shows up in her life by thinking, believing, and moving into a space of gratitude, into a space of surrender, into a space she created. I want this for you, my loves. I want this for you. If you are dealing with burnout, stress, anxiety, you're worrying about the future, you don't even know why your life has ended up where it is, but you know, you feel in your heart, you feel in your body, some's got to give, some's got to change. I am here for you. I am here for you because you deserve to finally live the life you love, the life you deserve. Always and forever. When Pete's, I am here for you at Rebel for a Spell. Rebel for a Spell, your healing coach. Go on and send me a message on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, where you're watching this video. And we can have a free call together, a chat to see how I can help you and serve you, because this is a new year. We're here to claim it all because we deserve it. Always and forever, what do you need? Always and forever, what do you need? We need all our dreams to come true. And you control that. You control that. You can do more loving things for yourself every single day. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Sending love and light to you, my loves. rebelforaspell.com. You can find me on Instagram, rebelforaspell. Until next time.
Another video is waiting for you.
Worthy.
Check it out. Check it out now.